anyone for some tennis on the PlayStation 1? All-Star Tennis, 99. So, or let's skip this. I don't want to get a copyright strike with that footage. Yeah, so All-Star Tennis, 99. I'm playing the PS1 version. You could also play this on the N64, which is where I think I played this many years ago. And it's also available on the Game Boy Color. Now, some people think this tennis game, nearly said golf game. Come on, Mike. This tennis game is pretty bad, but some people think it's okay. So, I remember thinking it was okay on the N64. I'm sure I've played this before. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm playing it for the first... Let's pretend I'm playing it for the first time. Here are your players. So, Michael Chang is a real player. I'm assuming all of these are real players. I'm not a huge fan of tennis. I used to enjoy it a lot back in the day. But, like I say, I'm not an aficionado. I don't recognize a lot of these guys, I have to say.
Gustavo Querton.
Well, the commentator's saying their names, which suggests to me that they are real. So I like that little effect there. It's quite unusual for a tennis game. Very, I don't know, spiritual? I don't know. Reminds me of those things you used to look in as a kid. What were they called? And you'd see something at the end and you would twist it and it would make like funky images. Anyway, you could select your courts. Look, all tennis games let you do this. All good tennis games do. I wanted to play this on the PS1 because I can upscale it with a Swan Station core. N64 version though will obviously have, well, I'm assuming quicker loading times than we will get on a PS1 because of disc v cartridge. There are advantages and disadvantages of both. I've got the wiki page open on the other monitor, which has got loads of N64 scores, but not many PlayStation scores, which does surprise me. It's usually the other way round. No Game Boy Color reviews, which is odd. I need to try that as well, I think. Anyway, look, being upscaled. Again, by the Swan Station core on RetroArch, and I think this looks pretty good. But how does it play? I'm a sucker for a good tennis game. Not the best of starts. We'll try that again. Animations are nice. Oh. Oh, it's not the most responsive. It's not the most responsive game. Now, this is someone... as in me, I love Virtua Tennis, who doesn't, and Super Tennis on the SNES, one of the best tennis games of all time, very arcadey. This feels a bit sim-cadey, I would say. Or maybe it is trying to be arcadey and the controls are just a bit crap. I don't know. Oh, there we go, that's lob triangle. I'm not feeling this, guys. I'm not feeling this at all. Everything's very... Is he going to move, or does he just stay at the back of the court and just keep whacking balls back at me? How the hell do I... Hey. How do I score points in this thing? So, in regards to the reviews, this scored an 89% on the PlayStation 1, which is a very high score. At Consoles Plus. Oh, what was that? At Famitsu, it scored a 22 out of 40, which is okay. Not very good, like average. Famitsu were always quite hard on reviewing games anyway. But then it had loads of 7s on the N64, but it also had a few 5s. So, again, this game, depending on who you ask, will differ in opinion. Or people's opinions will differ, I should say. Okay. I've rage quit. So we got some official stuff going on in the background. I've noticed a couple of feeler logos. But I'm not entirely sure, again, if all of these players are real or not. No, they're not. Look, Zoe is obviously fake because she's just like drawn. But then there was a real screenshot or a real digitized picture of whoever the other female tennis player is. If you bought this game in France, it was known as Yannick Noah All-Star Tennis 99. Surprise, surprise, it had someone else on the cover. It didn't have Michael Chang on the cover, who we got here in Europe. France is in Europe. In the UK. And the N64 version was the same in that department.
Love 15.
Come on. Got Liptonic sponsors up there. And Eurosport. Is Eurosport still a thing? I used to watch a lot of that. Oh, I'm absolutely awful at this. I love a good tennis game. I really do. I used to play a lot of them when I was a kid. This is... I would say it's not a bad game. There's some animations I'm seeing which I like. Oh, I like the replay. Here we go. I like the audio, all the effects. The commentary's pretty good. But it's just a little bit dull. There is something, there's an ingredient missing here. It's a forgettable experience. I'm already kind of, yeah, I'm already questioning things about it. Again, it's not bad. I don't think this is a bad tennis game. But it's not a particularly good one either. It's definitely... This would have been a rent. Rent this game. Don't buy it, like, back in the day. It is a Ubisoft title. Which... I think Ubisoft are a French developer, aren't they? I do wonder why they've got Yannick, or whatever his name was, on the cover in France. And then everywhere else, Michael Chang. Very strange, that. Like I say, I remember Michael Chang, the cover star. And that's about it from the players I've seen so far. But again, I'm not that knowledgeable with tennis. When I was a... But again, I think that dive animation looked really good. It feels wonky to play, though. It's not responsive at all. Like, go from this and then play... I'll bring it up again. I want to see Virtua Tennis on the Dreamcast. I have featured it on the channel. Or Virtua Tennis 2. But that game is just so superior from a gameplay or controls perspective. It's just smoother to play. Smooth as butter, Virtua Tennis. Not the case here. I mean, I keep swinging and missing. Yeah, I'm not enamoured with this at all, guys, I gotta say. Could we have featured this on Bad Video Games? Maybe a stretch. I think it would have been harsh. I think it's fine on the old school playlist. And I can't be bothered to move it from there anyway by the time we've uploaded this. I've already got the old school vibes going on here, so we'll keep it old school. Yeah, let me know if you played this, guys. I'm going to change my mind on whether I've played this before. On the N64. I don't think I have. I don't think I have. There was a tennis game I did play on N64. It must have been this. We didn't get many N64 tennis games, did we? I mean, is Actua Tennis, or is this... Because this feels and looks a little bit like... I want to say Actua Tennis. Dave and I played a bit of that for the channel. That was woeful. Which surprised us, because we love actual golf so much. So, no, this isn't as bad as that, but it's still a bit clunky. Or the controls are a bit clunky. I'm getting a bit better, but look, the CPU players do not leave the baseline, if that's what that line at the back is called. Oh, it's out. Yeah. Apparently, this game was preceded by Let's Smash, or also known as Center Court Tennis in Japan and Europe. Okay, so this is the sequel to Let's Smash. That sounds dodgy. That could easily mean something else. And also, it was one of the first tennis games on the N64 and the only one for that system in the USA until Mario Tennis, as I wondered. So we did only get two tennis games on N64, being Mario Tennis and this. Anyway, let's try a tournament. Because we all love tournaments, don't we? We love them. Hopefully this game will come to life a little bit more in a tournament, because right now, I'm not feeling this, guys.
Randy Powell.
Randy Powell. Good old Randy Powell. I don't know any of these. Were they semi-pro or something? I think they really struggled with this game to get noticeable tennis player. Oh, Jana, is that her name? Novotka? Wasn't she the champion, Wimbledon champion around this time? I want to say. I'm sure she was. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. I was saying something. I don't know. This was released, by the way, in 1998 on the PS1 and 1999 on the Game Boy Color and the N64. It got a head start on the PS1. Right. So, oh god, it's going to be... This is weird. So it's set up to have a tournament with friends, like real players, I think. Might have to be an edit here, guys, because I don't know how to quit out of this. We can't play a tournament. Okay, so this time I think we should try some bomb tennis. I have no idea what bomb tennis is. I've got a good idea. I reckon it's tennis featuring bombs. just having a guess there. The music is most unusual. It does not suit a sports game, let alone a tennis game. Very detective series, TV detective series music. Like I say, most unusual. Anyway, let's try some different, or a different surface type. Because we've had a look at grass. I want to see how different it feels. There we go. Okay, so little Mario Kart looking bombs. This is weird. Does other tennis, or do other tennis games have this mode? I don't think they do. Oh my god, this is all very random, isn't it? It doesn't really suit the game. The game is very, like, super serious, and then you've got this mode tacked onto it. Oh my god. I think that I've had enough of this already. Again, let me know if you've played this game. What do you think of it? Like I keep saying, there's things that are good about this game that I like. I love the animations, I really do, and the audio is super cool. It's just not responsive enough for me to enjoy. And it also doesn't help that I'm absolutely terrible at it. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. It's a bit of a short one, I know. I've kind of had enough of playing this bomb mode. It's just silly. What on earth was that? It was a slice. Look out for more content coming to the channel. We've got loads planned. I'll speak to you all soon.
Fault! Forte, love. Fault! Forte, 15.